Hi there, and welcome to the very first Ishanekon World Shapers programming stream. Sorry for the bit late start, there was a bit of a problem. I hope I solved it now. Please be working. Come on. Oh, there we go. Sorry for the bit late start. And yeah, sorry about that. I think I need to very quickly do something about the I accidentally started the stream on our new tabletop network stream, so I just need to make sure to delete that real quick before we get started. Gives you people also time to like okay, close here. I want to delete you. How do you... Okay, I guess I can at least put it on private. There we go. Delete forever. Okay, there we go. Okay. Whew. Sorry about all that chaos. Switching back. Here we go. So, let's see how this stream will be going. I don't have that high hopes, to be honest. Oh, and mostly because A, this is the first programming stream I'm doing. Second, this is I'm a bit sick, so you won't be seeing me at my top energy. And overall, just a bit deflated. Anyway, but let's not be that pessimistic, right? So let's get started with the whole programming stuff. What I'm currently working at is reworking the creature search engine. Some of you might probably already know I upgraded the character sheets. So now when you add features and such, it will automatically adjust everything. For example, here archetype feature ready for war. If we don't choose anything, we got here for the weapon 5/6. If we go for extra weapon damage, now we have 6 damage instead. Or if we go with extra hit bonus, we get the bonus to +2 to hit, and so on. So I have to adapt the creature search engine. That's not the creature search engine, that's the creature rules. The creature search engine, so that it automatically calculates everything just like the character sheet, so that when we create creatures in the future, A, we don't have to adjust that because we can know that it's automatically adjusted in the creature search engine, and B, that way creatures automatically get rebalanced in case I change something. I've already started with the reprogramming. I'm currently, creature search engine, I'm working with JavaScript, you know, kind of basic programming language for browsers. And at the moment, I'm trying to rework the calculate resources, since I'm at the whole... Oh wait, no, that was the wrong one. I'm at the part that generates the resources and builds them. Just in case, for context, basically, I'm working on this part. Already finished the stats and the skills. So now it's the resource part. The resource part isn't that simple because I solved the problem a bit different than I did with the character sheet. The character sheet calculates all the vitality and such, willpower, temporary vitality, at one place. Just gotta find it pretty quick. Temporary. That's not the one. That's the calculation. There we go. As you can see, it's all about, it checks the rule set, And then, depending on the rule sets, calculates maximum vitality, temporary vitality, willpower, and narrative momentum at once. But with the research engine, I created a calculate resource function where you tell him which resource we're talking about, and then it spits it out for you. So, I also want to implement the alternative rules now into the filter. I've actually added that to the creature sheet, which it originally did not have. So that also has to be adjusted in the calculations. So now I have to think how exactly I... Sorry. Yeah. Sneezing, yawning. Everything's going wrong, isn't it? So, this basically goes for vitality. And then maybe I could go the lazy route. Copy paste everything. And then return an array which contains the 4 values. Instead of just one value depending on what I give. And then when I use calculate resource, I do that once and then pick out the values that I need. I think that does make sense. If we look at the context of calculating resources, I use it here with the export. I guess I could put it in here, then combine it with the index to get the actual values. And so on. And yeah. And here, sorry, when we use it here, we could do the calculate resource max once at the start, and then also use the index to fill out and add the 2 cells. Yeah, let's do that. Let's rework calculate resources and kind of just copy paste everything. So we won't need a current value, but let's get the element. We won't need that since we're going to reconstruct that. So vitality per level. We need the vitality per level by the features. Yes, the flat buff. We won't need that, but we will need vitality flat buff features. Yeah, let's just copy paste all of this. And yeah. These will look a bit unyielding at the start, which makes sense. Alright. First off, let's restructure this one and see. This gets, yeah, first we need the background variable here, JSON, and we'll need the special background variable JSON. This is these contain the data of all the features and values that have been changed by I mean all the stats that have been changed by features. In the character sheet, it just saves us in the central part. I cannot do that in a search engine, since every single creature will have to need its own. So I always have to pass on which specific background variable JSON or special background variable JSON is used with calculate resources. So this we can just get like this, yes. But vitality flat buff, we won't be needing this one. Constitution value, here we go there. If we look at this, it's probably using... it just adds the how does this get the values? Resource, flat buff? No. Boss grade, skill level, stats value. Ah, okay. Here we're getting the stats values. So we can use that to calculate it. Alright, so stats values. Those are the values that we have for the different stats. You have a stat value 2 would be constitution. So we just add this one here. Oh yeah, and parse it. We have to make sure that it's actually seen as a number and not as a symbol 1. Otherwise, the program cannot make calculate correctly with it. So constitution. Then the will value should be, will is the last one. We have 7 stats, so 6. In case you're wondering, array starts with 0, not with 1. So we get the last one if we take the number of values the array has and subtract it by 1. Then charisma value will be, where we have strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, charisma is the 5th one, so we need 4. Luck level. If thankfully this does the work for me. Luck is apparently the 16th skill. And the strength value, which is just the first one, so 0. Easy enough. So what next? Character class. Just probably... It's using rank. No, wait, that's... What we need is... per level, it already has the calculated value, right? Resources per level index. Where does this... Ah, wait, no, that's the one that was saved in the creature sheet, which we won't be needing any longer. Creature source. How do we get the class? Or are you telling me... let me guess, the old one? No. Did get... Yeah, rank. No, we're talking about not the ranked class. Plus my... Stat value, second. Resource from class. Ah, there we go. Get resources from class and level. Okay. So what kind of function is this? Ah, right. Here we get the values. Which, creature class? Alright, here we go. That was a lot of work just to find, the variable that tells us the class. So, I guess we could just go with... if I'm lazy and don't want to change the character class... Boom. And now, whenever it's asked here, it has the correct value. So, let's see. Constitution value, we've got that one. Level is at a level of creature. Oh, it's called level of creature. Then let's just rename it level here. Boom. Problem solved. Vitality from class is generated here. Vitality per level is removed. Yes, we don't need that. We only need vitality per level feature. Then vitality flat buff is awaited. Doesn't it get a boost from equipment? Right? Calculate resources value by flat buff. Resource flat buff. Yes, it's calculated. It takes into account the one from the current equipment. So, how do we solve this? Probably by adding the current equipment somewhere in the function. Yes. First of all, I'll be posting you here, mostly so that I can get current equipment. And now we can go for vitality, for example, vitality bonus. We won't need the specific value since we will be can just add it right here. And then vitality flat buff, change with. Let's maybe remove the vitality, only the bonus, and then we'll manually add it to all the flat buffs. Flat buff, flat buff. I think it's. Oh, wait, what did it? Oh, wait. Flat buff. That way they're easier to find. Flat buff. Flat buff, flat buff, flat buff. Oh yeah, right. Rules-wise, we are not going to be needing only humans, since it doesn't really make sense for creatures. So, remove this. Only standard, mortal, and epic heroes. Oh yeah, I still have to change the check here too. But yeah, let's continue with the flat buff replacement. Flat buff, flat buff. I wonder if this is probably boring to watch. Maybe, maybe not. It's, I've got to think a lot. Programming isn't easy, and it's not like I have the mental capacity for making jokes on the side, right? But let's continue. So let's add the bonus things. First, temporary vitality. That was a miss. What the? No. Here we go. Then vitality. Yes. Vitality. Vitality. Next, willpower. 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 Riveting, isn't it? Me just saying willpower, willpower, willpower. The peak of entertainment. And now again, I will top myself by saying narrative momentum 3 times. Narrative momentum, narrative momentum. Narrative momentum. I'm just having some dumb fun here, aren't I? So let's add the rule set here, so we can set it up. It doesn't need to be including since we're not using freestyle. So just rule set equals standard. Rule set equals mere mortal. And rule sets equals epic heroes. I guess it would be more epic villains when you use it on the creatures that you throw against your party. But still, let me just... Sorry about it. Like I said, I'm slightly sick, but it's been so long since the last stream. You know, gotta keep it running, right? Gotta keep the algorithm engine going. Even though it doesn't really have much steam right now. I need to create more videos, but... already too many projects, right? Reworking this. I already got ideas for 10 new sub-archetypes, which is... Why am I doing this to myself? But there are some pretty cool ideas among them. You can take a look if you go to the Discord group. In the preview content. Then the vehicle update. The next thing I promise Redshift, the maker from the Redshift game, to rework the vehicles. So that's the next big update, which is also important that it gets done before the new sub-archetypes, or at least at the same time, because one of the new sub-archetypes, the mechanic, will have a focus on upgrading vehicles. Currently there are no vehicle upgrading rules, so yeah. Not a good idea to drink while you have the reflex to yawn. Anyways, so this should, I think seems to be working fine. Here we don't need anything else. Then, and here are the recalculations depending on the rank. And now we return the Nari. Return. Vitality. Temporary vitality. You know, when copy paste gets too complicated. Truly highly complex maneuvers I'm doing here. And there we go. And that's what was I saying about copy pasting being too complex for me? Oh boy. There we go. And now we can remove it here. So the next question is, what do I still need? Character class. Character rank. That's boss grade. Shouldn't there be like a rank here? Index skill level, value per level, boss grade. Huh. Take a look at here. Creature class. That's probably like a rank. Ah, yeah. This is how we get the rank. Okay. Then we'll just add it here. Character rank. Boom. So we won't be needing that. Next question. Value. This value was just saying which kind of resource. We won't be needing this. Level. I'm pretty sure we'll need level, yes. Boss grade. Yes, we need boss grade. I'm pretty sure we don't need flat buff anymore. Yeah. So this, also the per level can be removed. Stat value is needed. Where does he get the creature data from? Exactly. Oh, right. Never mind, it's a universal, and with I, we know which one to pick. Never mind. Index. I don't think we're using index for anything. Alright, so that can be removed. And these are the ones that we added. Excellent. So now we have to rework everywhere where it uses calculate resources. So first off, var resources max plural. Don't forget the camel case. Equals. Then you take the calculation. And adjust the values. We don't need value anymore. But we still need the boss grade rise. We can skip the resources. Wait a second. Alright, current. Yeah, but yes, we use current equipment later on. So we can add it here. Let's add for the rule set standard for now. Until I edit the function to actually pick the correct rule set. And we don't need index anymore. We do need this one and it has to be added here. Background variables and alright, I copy pasted this when I was thinking about how to do that, but we don't actually need these, right? Wait. It's always a question, how was it before? What did I add? That's the thing when you stop working on it before finishing a part, but sometimes you're just too tired or too frustrated to continue. A tale as old as time. I think it's just these ones, yeah. Then, what was the name of the other? Yeah, special background JSON. And I'm putting it in the right, yep. And here. And we have to add it here. And we have, yeah, resources max. And here we add, get the one with the right index. Boom. And we won't be needing this. Excellent. Let's double check that. Level, boss grade, stat value, skill level, I, background, special, current equipment. Yeah. Everything works fine. Excellent. Then let's go to the other calculate resources. Resources max. So let's see, does this even have? Okay, maybe just not, don't press. Value level of creature, boss grade, resource flight buff. Don't need that. Skill level. Yeah. Alright. That makes sense. And now to adjust the values. I mean, add the array here. question is, where do I get the JSONs with the variable data? Probably have to add it here. And see where export creature is called. Right here in add lower row. No, it's add tab buttons. Which is here. So maybe I should copy paste it with the comma. No, what? Ugh, come on. Again, copy pasting. Way too complicated. Yes, and here we have them because they are generated right here. Excellent. So let's see if my little update worked. So currently we have for assets bit flower at level 0, 13, 26, 8, 6. Oh, rock octopus. Hey! Just dropped in. What am I looking at? Yes, what you're looking at is my very first programming stream. That basically I still have to upgrade the creature search engine to implement the changes which I made for the character sheet with the features that automatically update the variables. So I'm not sure if this is really like riveting content, but it has to be done, and I thought like I'm just trying out a programming stream. See what happens. So that's a bad sign. There was an error. Cancel. So, what seems to be the problem? Temporary vitality level is not defined. Let me just take a look at search. So where exactly? Ah, I forgot to remove the per level thingies. Yes. So, if you want to see all the work that goes in to make the technical side of the website work, feel free to stay. Rock octopus, and see me suffer. Maybe I can rebrand this to like the indie horror game Let's Players, where the main attraction is seeing them suffering. So maybe I have to ham up all the emotional scars that programming leaves. Sounds good. We get to see how the sausage is made. Yeah, what? It is a horrible, horrible sausage. You want to see something? You know the character sheet? Nice character sheet. It's almost 6,000 line of code. I don't know if that's just British saying. It's definitely there's a German saying that goes there like that, I think. Right? Or I have seen the expression. I know that John Oliver did it once on US American television, but I mean he is British, so I'm not sure if it whatever. People understand that, right? What was I? Yeah, right. Calculate resource. There we go. Yeah, 6,000 rock octopus. Nearly. Like around 300 more. Yeah. Oh, it's not quite, but I mean, almost 6,000 sounds more dramatic than 5,726. For example, the search engine for the creatures itself is not as complicated, but still 2,305 lines of code. Of course, lines of code not necessarily directly translate into work, but it's close enough. Okay, per level. We need to remove those that do not come from the features. The power per level. And he... Yeah. This is not easy, okay? Bro, I cannot imagine coding Yeah. I don't know about. By the way, what? Hi, Blood Bunny King. It takes like 5 years to write so. Like, takes like two. Depends on the lines, right? Sometimes it's just flows. Sometimes you're working like 5 hours, and at the end you have one line of code to show for it. Programming is FFS. I code in Lua. Lua, is that a programming language? Can't quite pinpoint that one. You got skill. Thank you, I guess. I guess I can take that as a, to dull the pain. Oh, wait a second. This is wrong. Oh, no, that's creature. Yep. It has to be tier times all of this. Here, same mistake over here. And times, at least it seems to be correct here. Again, here, same mistakes. Let me guess, it's also wrong with the character sheet. And same here. In case you were wondering, like, it, the times per level thing has to be made sure to be calculated with the tier, not the level. I mean, what am I saying? Sorry. Yeah, it's basically Python, but even easier. Python. Python. I actually kind of dislike Python. For those who don't know, one of the main features of Python is that you don't really need to dull the pain, you need to show someone who doesn't know what you're doing to they upload you your Hello World script. Oh yeah. Oh, I remember, back at the very beginning, Hello World. It's just such a great feeling. But yeah, for context, also was saying Python. I dislike Python. Then why are you programming with something that's similar to Python? Or what's the reason why you dislike Python? That's maybe a good question. Because if you're programming something that's easier than Python, I think the reason we dislike it is different. For me, like, the reason I dislike Python, programming languages like JavaScript or Java use brackets to filter the code, in the sense of that, okay, this has to do within this else function and so on. It's better than Python. Imagine needing indents to end your scopes. Yeah, but Python doesn't use brackets, it uses tabs and line breaks and such. Symbols that you cannot see. So if you accidentally write like 2 empty spaces instead of a tab, it ruins the complete code and you can't find why. I'm kind of salty because when I did how is it? Internship. Yeah, internship is the English word for a semester. I had a problem with Python. There was an error and I couldn't find it. And then the experienced developer came, turned on the invisible. There's this thing you could turn on to make invisible symbols visible, like a point for an empty space and so on. And there it is. You have 2 empty spaces instead of a tab. And I'm like, why? In JavaScript or Java, you have these beautiful brackets and it's visually there. And I guess Python is good for beginners because it forces you to format your code. But I'm not a beginner. I know that I have to format my code. So I'm just doing that. So yeah, I have a bit of a vendetta against Python. Yeah, as I said at the beginning of the stream, I'm a bit sick. Still at the endpoints. But yeah, I was correcting the whole tier being calculated correctly. Again here. All these little blocks, right? It's always these little blocks. And here, yeah. But here it is also incorrect. You know, coding. For people who don't code, they underestimate how emotional coding is. And all the lows where you don't know why something isn't working and you're sitting there. And then the highs when it actually runs and you scream hallelujah towards the skies. Back before COVID, where all the developers didn't do home office, it was kind of funny when you were in the office and you just heard occasional swearing because something wasn't working and stuff like that. Okay, here also the brackets missing. I know, me writing variables with literally 2 letters because I'm too lazy to type some stupid damn long thing. That's just most something but smooth. It's such a roller coaster of emotion. Do you study it, or are you already a professional, or you just doing it on the side? What's your knowledge level here? And in the meantime, I double checked that I corrected everything. Here is one missing. Also, by the way, only using 2 letters, that's not good. You have to write them down. I mean, most programming, I mean, it's fine if you're not that experienced. Like, come on. I can't do pathfinding. All right. I'm also not like, I mean, I'm a professional programmer, but let's be honest, and then struggle to make a sprinting script. You mean a printing script? I was like, what's a sprinting script? Printing, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it depends on what you're printing, right? Look, if you're printing something like that, there's like, I made a mistake. And also, like, most, even professionals just Google everything, right? But we have everything fixed now, question mark. Okay, everything's working. Now, let me guess. Character sheet also has the same mistakes. That's the problem when you calculate. Huh? Update resources, not calculate resources. No, sprinting as in running. Ah, okay. Sounds intense. I get stressed enough when different documents or picture types don't interact properly. Also, I'm always motivated to work on other people's games and not mine. That's it. Ah, so you're a game developer. Like, hobby-wise or really professional? It would have been hilarious though. But yeah, like, programming is just one of those things, right? Or technology in general. They're just so stupid. If you don't tell them exactly what you want, it'll do it incorrectly. Currently, hobby, yeah. But nice that you're working on that. My chain turned off and I forgot the. Yeah. Hey, we all do typos, especially during programming. Oh, freaking programming! Yeah, here the same mistake. Yeah, but Sorry about that. Hope that that's not too loud. I was programming. Yeah. Originally, when I was studying, I was playing with the idea to maybe developing some indie games, but I never really did it. I did develop one kind of game for a project for the university, which you wrote something. But also saying something like, "Did you mean to X like bro? You know I meant whatever." Please. Yeah. Do I have it still lying around somewhere? Let me take a look. I think that was private ball physics puzzles game. Was there? No, that's the data. Ah, there we go. This is like a super simple game I programmed in university. Basically, you can generate. Let's just start the game. Huh? Why isn't it doing it? Oh, come on. Please don't tell me that it doesn't work anymore. No. It used to work, I swear. Do I have... Oh, yeah, it's not reacting to anything. Come on. No, it doesn't work. I don't know why it's not working. Oh man, I wanted to show you. Wait, there's chat. Since the debate is factoring into the other industries, is there a possibility that AI can learn to program? It actually kind of already can. You can use some semicolons in Luna and they'll ignore unless they can be used as a and if you correct semicolon it's error, that's like bro. I don't think it will do well because coding languages constantly deprecates and stuff. It'd be difficult to keep it up to touch, but it's more like the future of programming is probably going to be AI assistant. Actually, my boss already told me that it doesn't hurt to try to learn to use ChatGTP to help you with debugging, programming, and such stuff. Since in the future it's probably going to be necessary. So even though in the immediate future you won't have programs that you won't be doing all your programming with AI, but yeah, it will be a tool. And eventually it will also replace programming as a whole. Yeah, no job is safe, people. No job is safe. The next few decades, or the next, let's say the next century, is going to be a turbulent one. To make it keep in a lot touch. I tried using it, it only downgraded my code without fixing my problems. Okay. I haven't experimented that much with it. I kinda distrust AI, to be honest. To help me learn some functions I wasn't familiar with. Also, AI work cannot be copyrighted. At the moment, right? But I don't think it will take over because of that. Yeah, we gotta keep an eye on that development. Who knows what will happen in the future? As maybe companies start to lobby to be able to use it copyrighted or whatever. I don't think it will take over since you just could steal anything. Probably never. I'll be careful with probably never with new technologies. It's like people back with the internet. It's just a fad that we won't use, or people tend to underestimate new technology, especially information technology, and overestimate every other technology. Since the copyright, the work needs to be created by a human. But you can create the base with an AI and let the human work it, and voila, you've got copyright. I actually did stop with that. a few of my tokens for the stream, since I don't want to get into any problem by using copyright stuff, were AI, and one of the pictures wasn't that good, and I kind of reworked it. If we take tokens, was it? Yeah, the asset here, I kind of expanded it a bit. The original was like kind of weird how the assets just seemed to drop out from below instead of being drooling. So I drew a bit over it so that it looked like he was drooling. But yeah, we still need humans, which is good. Yeah, and for art that I want to use permanently, I do use an artist, right? I mean, of course, my main image was paid by an artist. I've got one artist friend that's doing most of the images, like the whole sub-archetypes and stuff. I love that I have an image for almost every sub-archetype. And yeah. And I do prefer art made by humans, but yeah. And then, yeah, I try to reuse the art for other stuff. As you might recognize the programmer in the image that I used for this video from, I skipped the mental archetype. Mental, yeah, the thinker. He's the only sub-archetype who remotely has anything to do with programming, so I used it. I'm glad humans will still be needed, yeah. I also like the solution of AI not being used for copyright. So it's not prohibiting the tool, so that especially people who just want to do something for fun can use it, but it especially cripples big corporations that cannot just throw out the artist, because I know they would love to do that. It's kind of fun to geek out though. Ooh, the website, I absolutely hate HTTP requests, even if I don't use them much since we're game dev. But I have, well, worked on them in the past, yeah. I'm using WordPress, so that takes care of most of the basics. Got myself a theme that I'm using for free. And yeah, it helps a lot. Many things can then be... You don't have to program it, right? You just do the stuff. Occasionally, I do want something more dynamically, and I programmed those manually. I like imperfection in art since it makes it more human. Yeah, so much chatting. I'm not used to that in my stream. I really like that. Wait, I was... yes, Don, yeah, I like imperfection cells. And hi, Trash Screamer. Like, not perfectly round circles. Oh, look, a cat. Yeah, it's... AI art tends to kind of look eerie, you know? It's too soft, too shiny, too... the edges are too nice, and stuff like that. And also kind of weird. So yeah, definitely prefer art. And I hope my artist, this lover, me went the cat. Hello, yeah, it looks like something's up about it, definitely. But yeah, we were programming and I had to fix this error. Let me just update the stuff for the first creature online builder. Let's make sure in the preview that nothing is broken. Mere mortals. And here we go. Seem to be working just fine. What does he have? Does he have the feature? At least superior. Huh. Why did it went up by 1? When we leveled up, that shouldn't happen with mere mortal. If we go to level 2, yeah, it's 16. Why is it? Okay, what should it be? We have Constitution, that's 8. So we have a baseline of 8. The orc is a fighter, right? So that's plus 7. 7 plus 8 is... It's adding something. Wait, did I... Oh. Duh. Maybe it adds 1 per tier because I added a tier. Alright, then let's add durable to make sure that it's... typing! Durable. There we go. So that it's increased correctly. 8. Yeah, and if we go to 3, that's 21. What is that correctly? Let's recalculate. Oh, so much. This looks like something of about, yeah, kind of like those images where you can't tell what anything is in this picture. And the hands. Oh yeah, the hands. They look like you came from a journal book. Oh yeah. I was calculating if this is correct. So it was 18 plus 3. Yeah. Okay. Seems to work. All right. Update. I think I can just copy paste it from. Yeah, but it's not it's not quite the same. Fine, I'll do it manually. This was correct, but this was incorrect. Thanks for the stream and chats. Yeah. No, thank you. Like, I like talking to people, and you know. Plus, I haven't really left the house much because you know I was really sick. So it's nice to actually be interacting with people and actually be talking, not just writing stuff. I'm too much of an extrovert for just being 1 week alone in my apartment being healthy for me. I mean, to be honest, I think even for an introvert, he'll reach his limits eventually, right? But still, it's nice to be talking and to be heard. No, talking to be heard. That kind of sounds like I just talk to myself while nobody's around. I mean, I sometimes do that. Mostly if I want to practice enunciations or roleplay or something like that, but that's not the norm for me. Yeah, boy. Yeah. Here we go. Tier up. I accidentally skipped this one. YouTube moment. Oh wait. Thanks for you do amazing for 29 subs. Ah, thank you. I have around 305 and literally get nearly no interaction. YouTube moment. I'm horribly introverted. I mean, being introverted is not really a bad thing. You depend less on other people, which is something good, kind of, I guess. Like, I need to go out to talk to people, right? But you need for that as far less. I mean, as long as you don't feel lonely, right? Then everything is fine. And here we go. But yeah. Okay, maybe if I ask if you're lonely, that would be way too personal for the stream. But yeah, for the interaction, I don't know. I guess what I do is when I announce them on Twitter, that I specifically write some people that I know that I sometimes like to join. For example, Rogue Octopus. So at least there's a chance that a few people triple in. But let's be honest, this is an exception. Like, as I said earlier, my chat usually is not this busy. I'm lucky if I have like one person watching. Like Tectoman Zakara usually likes to watch, but he has it like on in the background while he's working. So it's not like he has the mental capacity to write into the chest other than like 3 sentences during the whole thing. So yeah, I'm really enjoying this. But yeah, creature builder, and now updating the character sheet. And you should be working now. 19. And if I add a feature like durable, we get 25. Which should be, that's 2 per tier. We have tier 3, that's 6. And before that it was 90, right? Yes, okay, that fits. I mean, random trauma dump here. I had like one friend group I was happy to be part of, but it died due to pandemic, and it's horrible, hard to get even close to that again, lol. I wouldn't say low to that. I mean, what I suggest people in our age range, or I mean, to be honest, I don't know your age, so maybe you're not in my age range, but try to find groups that in your local area that share something like clubs or maybe churches. I mean, if you're a Christian, that's a great place to get to know people and meet some friends. But yeah, I guess not everybody's religious, and not everybody can therefore find those religious groups. But had to add that law so it doesn't sound too grim. Yeah, I know you don't want to pull down the mood. I get that, right? If you're talking, when I talk to somebody about my pains, I don't like to burden them too much. So I get the feeling that you don't want to. You like to share the feelings, but you don't want to share the full weight of it. But yeah, that's one thing. I don't know. If you live in a somewhat bigger city, it shouldn't be that big of a problem to find a club or something that shares your interests. Maybe a tabletop RPG club, or just a gaming club or something like that. Maybe a local gaming shop. And I mean, if you're introverted, you're probably also shy, so I get that. I used to be insanely shy. Okay, insanely shy is maybe... I was very shy. Let's say very shy. Insanely shy sounds like I couldn't even speak to people. But you know, so I get that if it's hard to go to a place where you don't know anybody. But if you want to get to know some more people, you kind of have to do that. I'm shy as hell. Yeah, I thought as much. But it's like with phobias, right? You only can work on it if you expose yourself to the stimulant that causes the phobia. Being shy is kind of like a phobia. I mean, depending on how strong it is, it could actually be called a phobia. But it's being afraid to open up and talk to people and stuff like that. And there is no nice way to get around that. I know that. I used to have an arachnophobia. And the only way to get rid of it was to face that fear. When a spider showed up in a video, don't look back. If there's a small spider in my apartment, confront it, don't run away. Be it by killing it or trapping it, or just accepting it and saying, oh yeah, well, it's be eating some insects, so it's not that bad. Same with being shy. I used to hate speaking in front of people. I'm still kind of a little bit nervous, but what I did was when was in university. I joined the students group ISEC, and they did advertisements in front of lectures, like 5-minute advertisements. And you could say, hey, I want to do that, and then you're there in front of like 50 people, 100 people. Like my max was 500 people. I was shaking the first time I did it. Like it was horrible. It went so badly, but the mic wasn't working. I was talking way too silently. It was horrible. But I forced myself the next half a semester to do it again and again and again. And you have to chip away at that tower. I know it's hard to hear, but it's the only way out of that situation. I mean, there are ways you can do baby steps, right? Maybe find people online who you can talk to. Then maybe you're not face to face. Then maybe if you have somebody you know that can accompany you to such events, then you're not alone facing that frightful situation. I mean, I did the same the first few times I went for those talks. There was a more experienced ISECer right behind me. Yeah, that didn't save me. As for feedback after the first one, he just kind of looked at me, and I saw that he didn't want to tell me that it was horrible, but I saw that in his eyes that he was like, oh man, dude, it was so bad. And he tried to soften the blow with his feedback. That's also a thing. You gotta learn to laugh about yourself. You do something that is what's the word? When something is, what's the word? Let's just look it up before I'm just thinking. Peinlich. Embarrassing, that was the word. Yeah. If something is embarrassing. Oh, is seeing that the watching numbers are going down and there's nothing much more going on in the chat. Maybe my talk kind of is still there. I can go back to the street. I just have this kind of helper syndrome, you know? I see somebody who needs help and I try my best to help them. Life can be pretty difficult. I admit that. So back to programming. Which is also something that's hard. Okay. Per level. Got this one. This one. It's missing. No. Or not missing. Wait. Yes, remove the plus. There we go. And here tells you per level. Same here. Remove it over here. This one. I skipped that vertical momentum here as well. And there we go. Now that should hopefully work again. So search, and it worked. Now the value is correct. That's... Was it 13 earlier? Let me just check. Let's check. Come on, creatures. Suddenly it got very quiet. All by myself. Yes, but I still shouldn't talk, right? Maybe people will be watching later. Maybe some people are watching right now. I mean, I do see 3 people watching, so somebody's there. And this is 13. Seems to be correct. 20. 20. Yes, it's working. Excellent. Maybe, yeah, I should take a look at one creature that I know has a modifier for it. The bear! I think at level 3 he gets vitality boost. Bear. Level 3. 23. 53. Let's check 10, 17. 10. Alright, seems to be working. Excellent. My friend said you looked nice. Thank you. Yeah, I am. Not that I have the ability to actually see if a man is good looking or not, but I guess a lot of people tell me that I'm good looking, so I know it says, like, thinking of yourself as good looking sounds so arrogant, right? But okay, maybe I should just shut up. I'm gonna leave in the background and check in randomly. Alright, great. But yeah, maybe I should be talking as soon as, I'm so beautiful. You got quite a few if statements. Yeah. These if statements... first of all, these if statements are to check for what rule set is used, so these are important. For this if statements, since I programmed every single feature that modifies stats into it, sounds are more dynamic, and I cannot just have a simple stat modifier which I add with these feature stat modifications. But I have to check in the special background JSON, is it true, and then calculate it. For example, the tier 4 Fate Weaver feature that doubles your narrative momentum. Since how can you hardcode that into one variable, right? So you have to program that in, also with permanent buffs that has your willpower and stuff like that. So yeah, that's why I need a lot of if statements. Sometimes there's no other way. If we look at code that I work for my job, sometimes you have like just so much code which is just an if this, then do this, if this, then do this. You are. Is that you are to the whole so beautiful thing? Okay, let's maybe not talk too much about that before I get all bashful and well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. So yeah, calculate resources. It's done. Excellent. So wait, no, that's the wrong one. So is there anything else I have to take into account with the whole add resources? I don't think so. The main thing that's calculated is the resource, which we now get with the resource. And yeah. Couldn't you use switch statements instead of these? The world has no switch statements, so you need to use tables to replicate them. So I don't know if you could use them. I mean, okay, technically for the rule set, yes, I could use such statements. I mean the switch statements. But with these, you can't have Fate Weaver tier 4, permanent buff, battle for me, and endurance overwhelm with the same character. So that's not with it. Plus, I kind of like if. I'm used to if. I know I'm not always the one who uses the most advanced form of programming. I sometimes like the classics, like for loops, for example, even though sometimes a stream would make more sense. Actually, learning for exam currently that my boss told me that I should take, because that exam includes all those stream expressions and such, so that I get to know them better, I feel more comfortable with them, and I'll use them. But the one thing is, for loops are more efficient than streams, resource-wise. So I think if I feel comfortable, but I know it leads to cleaner code, and sometimes cleaner code is more important than efficiency. I know. I'm not the best programmer in the world. Far from it. Yeah, but usually you should not get past 3 else-if chains. Well, these are just 2 else-ifs. These are also just 2, so... so work just fine. It doesn't degrade performance too much. I love for loops. Yeah, I know the difference isn't really that big, especially on modern machines. It's not like back in the Game Boy times, or even earlier, where you had so little room to work with. Still find it funny that one normal image of a Pokemon nowadays has more data in it than Pokemon Blue and Red, the original ones. Like, that's insane. How much information you can pack into such a little thing. I mean, yes, it was insanely buggy, but it's quite the feat. We're very spoiled nowadays. We barely have to think about resource management. Unless, okay, for video games it's more important, because every resource that you save up can lead to a higher frame rate. But and it's not like you can just ignore it, right? Especially if you have exponentially growing functions, you need to make sure you don't have those. I remember one of my professors in the university talking about it, that there was a time where he thought, yeah, I can program whatever, and he had like a problem and programmed it, clicked on play, and nothing happened. And later on he found out that the way he programmed it would probably have taken like months to finish. So so yeah, you cannot be too careless, and even with modern hardware. But yeah, calculate resources. We are done with, again, the wrong one. Sorry. So we can continue with the next one, which is add other info. Let's take a look what add other info actually is. That's probably these evasion set, evasion armor initiative. Or is it? Relation to damage and profit. Yeah, that's it. Some by made Snake in like yes. Snake also surprising, and then slap it onto QR. Yeah, those I heard of those, putting whole games in the QR code. That also is awesome. Or the whole putting Doom on everything. I once watched a video where somebody actually powered a Doom game with potatoes. That was hilarious. He needed a whole garage with the whole floor was full of potatoes so that he could generate enough power to play Doom on a potato. Okay, I guess on potatoes plural, but still. Yeah. Anyway, add other info. So, what are we working with here? We're working with the evasion stat. This should not change, but the calculation of the invasion has to be different. So, Nice current shield Jason. The calculation of the shield should be normal. Evasion cap. Current evasion, yeah, that should be working just fine. Size variable, he gets the size. Like this. And here we go, evasion. Currently, it just takes... Okay, evasion bonus. Where does he get? Oh yeah, this is... here it is calculated. Current level Jason evasion bonus. There we go. This we have to replace with the feature 1. So we go with Jason. Special background. And we go for... I'm very trash at typing, even though I'm a programmer. If it exists, it can run do. Yeah, this stream motivates me enough to code. Coding can be fun, you know, unless you run into a horrible bug where you can't find. But programming can be fun. You know, that fun of creating something and it running. It's kind of like building Lego with Legos, but without the instructions. You just say, okay, build a rocket, and here are the Legos. I think it kind of evokes the same feeling. And then if you don't know how exactly to build this and that, it can be frustrating, but when you manage to do it, it's really nice. Wait, let me see how exactly I did it here. Yeah, I probably should do it more like this. Add skill. Add other info, so let's get that evasion bonus. Or evasion bonus feature. And the question is, how is that safe? Oh yeah, right. I have I copied that code right over here. Yeah, I know, right? Yeah. Cat. I love cats. I had 3 cats in my life. They're all gone now, but I mean, 2 of them were wonderful cats. The first one was quite a rascal. When we got him, he already had the name Rambo, and he deserved that name. But yeah. Blackie, our second cat, he was very friendly. He was a bit stinky, but he was a black, fluffy cat, really adorable. Yes, he loves cats. Sadly, he had a heart, his heart problem, which... Okay, maybe I shouldn't be talking about all, you know... Let's not make the stream more depressing by getting all the stories out. But yeah, Blackie was a great cat. Let's see if he did that. And then the last cat, Fleckchen, which it's German for small spots. It was a 3-colored cat. She was very shy, but insanely adorable. And you know, you had to work for a friendship. But when you did, she was really, really nice. And it always, like, my sister said that Fleckchen was a bitch, but I mean, think about it. If you were just sitting in your living room and then some random person just came in and said, oh, how cute, and came in and just whistled on your head and wrote, then you would also react by slapping that person or running away or something, right? Is it really that unreasonable to, you know, react aggressive if a stranger starts touching you? She's not a bitch. She was just not super cuddly. And she did cuddle, you know, but you had to earn that. On Notepad, I'm absolutely never downloading it, but I respect it. I think Notepad has a lot of nice features, especially for taking notes and stuff, but oh man, rest in peace. Yeah, rest in peace, all 3 cats. Made absolutely ruin everything in the afterlife. Like every other cat. Yeah. But yeah, cats are adorable. Anyway, I wanted to just look. There we go. Evasion cap bonus. Oh, right, the evasion cap bonus. I also have to calculate that. Let's go with the evasion mod main. Yes, this is the one. So evasion mod main. Guess let's call it that so that it's consistent. Evasion mod main feature. What was? Ah, yeah, right. Evasion value. So current base evasion. Evasion bonus was it, right? Which gets. Yeah, here it was. Then the bonus from the armor, yes. But we also need to recalculate the armor evasion cap by adding the evasion cap modifier. Huh? Do you know Blackpink? Oh my god, I had to, okay. Blackpink. Sorry? No, that doesn't really tell me anything. But since you're reacting to, first of all, the OMG reaction to that, and then I had to, okay, shh. Something tells me I don't necessarily want to know. I mean, feel free to describe it as long as it states PG-13. And yeah, right. Evasion cap mod. My friend's wife went out with element. Okay. Either it's working again, or you found another solution. I was evasion cap, right? Shoot evasion, current armor. Wait, what? Typos. Copy paste, everybody. Super easy, ain't it? Wait, I thought I corrected you. Okay, evasion cap mod plus. But what I don't like. Okay, evasion bonus. Current level base evasion. First times size. Armor. Evasion cap. So the base. Ah, okay, the base evasion isn't calculated. Okay. It's a Korean band, Blackpink. Ah, okay. I don't listen to any Korean music, I guess. Generally not really much of a pop music kind of guy. She's just quirky like that. Ah, okay. She loves Blackpink and Nickel. Why expose me? There's nothing wrong with being quirky. I mean, I don't know if I would be more saying I'm not normal and less quirky, but I guess I have a few things that make me quirky. See? I've got a giant teddy bear, and I'm not ashamed to admit that I have a giant teddy bear. That's fine. Like, be weird. Being normal is boring. I mean, nothing wrong with being normal to a certain extent, I guess. I mean, there's, but yeah. Aw. Yeah. That he's called Bumblebee. Somebody gifted this to me. They were like, we got this giant teddy bear and we don't need him anymore. Do you want it? I was like, yes, please. I was, trying to decipher what I'm actually doing here. So current level. So the evasion is hard coded. Let me take. I think I have it here, right here. That's the data of the creature, by the way. Each level individually. So evasion, base evasion. Huh. It's actually. I thought it would be calculated manually. I guess we have to change that. Hug the teddy. Alright, alright. I'm hugging the teddy. There we go. Yeah. I do love when people actually get into the stream and say stuff, you know? Like, interacting with people. So then, we have to calculate the evasion set then. So let's take in. Maybe I get lucky and I can just copy paste the calculations. Wait, that's the evasion set, not the. But it's probably still going to be. That's the export functions. Oh yeah, here. Evasion sets, update defenses and others. There we go. How is evasion calculated? Evasion. This is a bit of a more complicated calculation, isn't it? Here we go. Evasion without equipment evasion. Mod main feature. Yeah, I cannot just copy paste this. Teddy bear, oh my god. Yeah. I have to use the bathroom. I'll be back real quick. Just give me a second. Be right back. Where is... Be back, so there we go. There we go. I'm back. While he's back, it's time for some Black lyrics. I love you and me dancing in the moonlight. Nobody can see. It's just me. And okay, this emoticon thing is blocking the text. Is there a way to remove it or something? Me tonight. Sorry. Hi again. So let's go see how we can copy and recycle some text. evasion without. Yeah, well, this is the main calculation. Evasion, main stat. Oh yeah, right. I have to take into account unrelenting defense. Please don't ban me for spamming. I'm not spamming. No, you're not spamming. I'm not talking about spamming. Like, no. I think you misunderstood. Well, look. Here, there's this emote heart thing during the stream, which sometimes blocks text in the chat. That's what I meant with, can I like remove it somehow? Like, I don't want to kick. Like, no. That heart thing pisses me off too. I don't know if you can, or if you pop out the chat window. Since you can make it larger. Yeah, I guess. Okay. Sorry, I was just gathering my thoughts, no, I wasn't really gathering my thoughts. I had more like a blank moment. Where am I? What am I doing here? Hello? Oh, okay. It was so scared. It has already. But no, like, yeah, spam like one. Okay, spam is a strong word. You wrote like one lyric. Why would you be like? Okay, maybe if you really wrapped it out, I get it. Why somebody might ban you, but like for one lyric, like, come on, chillax. Skill issue on their part. Yeah, it says don't worry. As long as you don't overdo it, feel free to write some lyrics. Oh yeah, I was talking about unrelenting defense. There is a should types of tires from time to time. Okay, yeah, I guess how that might be a bit too much, but I don't have enough people in my stream, so you take whatever you send me, as long as it's not like a bot or something, or that kind of advertising. But yeah, I was talking about unrelenting defense. Unrelenting defense is a lesser talent that allows you to use your will or your constitution instead of your dexterity for the defense evasion. So I have to take that into account if anybody ever creates a creature with unrelenting defense. So let's start from here, I would say. I just typed them in caps. Sure. The problem to have some crap anti-caps. Okay. Alright. Oh no. I guess I forgot to charge one of the lights. It's only got a bit darker. So who knows how much light that one has left? Power that one has left. But let's continue. Let's see. What is what I'm using to program? That's Visual Code Studio. It's was recommended in one of the HTML tutorials I was looking at. It's pretty nice. You know, color codes and everything has filter functions for different kind of codes. JSON, for example, HTML, but also a lot of stuff. Like if you look here, select the language. Got stuff like C++, probably also like Python. It has Groovy. Yeah, lots of stuff. And it might not be that great at spotting some compiler errors, but it's also great for jumping to code, right? If you say like, "Ooh, what's this function?" and then it jumps to you, and where is it used? And then you can see it all here. Yeah. It's visual. Oh, yeah. Visual. It's good because it's autofills and everything he describes. I'm lucky enough to have sorry, the heart. L. E. Alters engine. Ah, yeah. Okay. Sure. Me when I don't know crap about programming, no. even hello world. Not everybody can program, right? Like, there's lots of stuff that I don't know, and society needs people that are good at different stuff. Print hello world, but I mean, it depends on what you're using to print hello world, right? If you're using Java, just writing print hello world is not enough. You have to create an object with a main function to run the code. Or, I mean, I guess you have to make a class, but then not. And, I mean, I guess in a browser you can just, right? I think it should work if you just go into a browser and go print. Hello? Why are you? Okay, it was just a bit slow. Hello world. Does this? Nope. Oh. No, that's a different print function. No, it would be wait, what was again the console function? The console function for. See, it's not that easy of just writing print. Oh yeah, it was console log. Yeah, console log. Log. Right? There we go, console log. Here we go, hello world. But see, you cannot just write print hello world and that's it. Public static void main string. I forgot how it was. Oh yeah. Anyway, back to programming. I mean, it's tons of fun to stream and having you all talk, but I guess it does hamper a bit my programming. But that's fine, like, I'm here to, talk to people and stuff, not just to program. Otherwise, that would be boring, just watching me program while I sit there silently, not reacting to anything in the chat. But we were, unrelenting defense, yes. Evasion main stat. That's dexterity value, right? So, do I get current level, Jason? We need a way to calculate, get the stats from that. Which is, if we look at resources, this one has the stats, right? Stats value, there we go. So, that at this. So stat value is dexterity, which is could be get dexterity is the second one, so we go with 1. But we got to parse that into an integer. Otherwise, it's a string, and string is not a number; it's a symbol, and programs cannot do math with symbols. Found 20 in less than an hour. Oh, did I get subscribers? Jeez, YouTube lost your stream. Oh, nice! I didn't see that I get any subscribers. It's still showing me 29 here. Like maybe if I. Oh no! I just realized my my evening YouTube blog activated, so I cannot open any other YouTube page without it being blocked. Lost your stream. Question: because I'm stupid. How do you make globals in HTML? In that make a local variable? It's just type local variable, whatever. Globals are variables. I mean, you kind of just go at the top of the of your script. Okay, where is it? There we go. You kind of just make your variables here, and then you can access them from wherever. But I mean, unless you're talking about having different scripts and access. Globus, whatever. Globus will get garbage collected when their scope ends. Yes, but yeah, I don't think they ever get garbage collected if you just put them right at the start. And then you have your functions. For me, it starts here with document ready, basically when everything is loaded. Get yourself the data from creatures, classes, upgrades, and so on. And yeah. And once that is done, go with the filter and just turn off loading screen. Not that HTML is too far lemma. In Luna, it's not an issue either. Yeah. Okay, let's go back to the evasion stat. So okay, now we have here the value for dexterity, but now we have to see with unrelenting defense either will or constitution, depending which one's better. So we have will is 6 and oh wait, that's no, I think it's correct, yeah. And constitution is the third one, so it's 2. But if you need to assign something like an instance that touches another instance, you do local instance touch connect instance of any argument and. So it's interesting if you see another programming language you don't know, they use words that you don't recognize. Whoa, no more GC. Okay, and then there's a lot of. Sorry, I'm not sure what you want to say, but anyway. This, yeah. Now we should get the best value from the 3. I mean, this isn't technically, well, it's Lu, but that's going a bit too far ahead. Oh yeah, right. Just like jQuery, partially use jQuery to, for example, to load data from the JSONs. This $.get is jQuery, not JavaScript. I have an add-on on my website that allows me to use jQuery. So, evasion stat main is now correct, but we need the evasion cap modifier. Evasion cap, that's without equipment, right? So, evasion without equipment, right? Then, what is this value? Oh yeah, right, the evasion stat. Do we have no evasion stat? Alright, I guess if it wasn't calculated earlier, we need I'm sorry, my cat was barking. Question mark. I hate physics. Somehow I managed to bullshit through it. I mean, it's I was quite a fan of physics. All those naturey, mathematically logical classes. Chemistry, biology, math, physics. But I hated all the language classes. German, English, Latin. Ugh, Latin. Anyway, so evasion stat, I gotta get the evasion stat somehow. And I think I have... Wait, alright, other influence already loads it here. Creature evasion stat, there we go. So, okay, that's a problem because... Do I really have to go with an if this then do that thing to get the correct evasion stat value? Did I confuse you? They gave him an EU Latin. I mean, it's half cool. I did have a cool Latin teacher in school. He was my favorite teacher, but even though he teach something that I really disliked. It's easy if you already know Romance language since those words are similar. Lol. What is a Romance language? You mean like Italian? Or a Romanic language? What? Or is it really called romantic? I'm allowed to speak other languages than that aren't English. Yeah, definitely. I mean, if it's Spanish or German, I can read it. Romanian, French, Portuguese, Roman. Ah, okay. There was probably an autocorrect because you wrote Romance, not Romanic. I mean, many of those languages are stereotypically romantic, right? Especially French. Oh, my petit chauffeur. I do not speak French. I got that from Meet the Spy from Team Fortress 2. No hablas español? Hola, amigos. Sí, hablo español. Soy mexicano. Okay, but yeah, I'm Mexican. I'm German and Mexican, by the way. So, no, I thought it was Romance for some reason. Maybe you're correct. Like, this isn't... like I said, I'm German and Mexican, not American or British. Ajá, ¿puedes entender lo que escribo? Sí, sí lo puedo entender. Así que hablas español. I wasn't kidding when I said I can speak Spanish. I've got to admit that me reading Spanish, I'm not that good at it. I'm a bit slow, but I can do it. It's always annoying when my mother writes like really long messages in Spanish and I'm like, oh, come on, okay. Just step by step reading it. Sí. Así que hablas español. But maybe we should keep it... I mean, feel free to write in Spanish, but I'm not going to engage you purely in Spanish because then we would kind of... then the others can understand us, right? No hablo español. Yeah. Let's keep it at English. Oder wir können auch Deutsch wechseln. No, let's stay with English. Sí, pero no. I'm learning Spanish, but my native language is still not English. Ah, what's your native language, if I might ask? And in the time, what you're answering. Let's see, I was figuring out how I get the actual evasion stat. I think I have to do it the hard way. Wait a second. Maybe... Do I have, like... Let's go back to our global variables. Maybe there's something I can use to cheat this. Initiative skill, defense roll skills. I mean, right, I could use stats, index of. Okay, yeah. Why didn't I think of that? Bingo. So, basically stats was index of, or I think it was index of. Then we get the evasion stat, which evasion stat? Index of. And then we can do that and take the stats values. Voila. Romania. I stole your wallet, by the way. I'm curious now, is there a whole team behind this or just you? Pregunta medio tonta si perdón. I actually mostly working alone on the website and the rule set. I'm not not everything was done by myself. For example, the server infrastructure is actually run by a colleague of mine who's doing that for free. So I'm really grateful for that. Then, of course, the art, I'm paying an artist for that. So I did not draw the art. But yeah, the rules, basically mostly me, all the over 800 abilities. That's mostly me. Of course, I'm not claiming that everything is 100% original, right? I was inspired by games, tabletop RPG, video games, series and stuff, and there also were people that suggest new features, right? And I implement their ideas. Also taking into account feedback and all the playtests. I mean, I'm not playtesting this alone. I have friends or other people that want to... Mungus. Como eso es impresionante. Thank you. I mean, I've been working on this for roughly 4 years now. It's not something you do overnight. But, yeah. Why did I omit cringe joke? Come on, like, some things stay funny. As long as you don't spam it. There's this one song about Among Us that I find hilarious that I occasionally still watch. What was it called? I'm pretty sure I cannot stream it. But maybe if you're saying... Among Us? I can't find it. I mean, it's not like I can play anyway. I guess I could show the stream. I mean, share the link. But we're working on a game for 3 years and it's still a prototype. I mean, a game is more difficult to develop than a tabletop RPG. Let's be honest. You have all the coding to do. I mean, okay, yes, I'm coding here, but that's very rudimentary compared to the coding you have to do for a video game, right? You have the animations and all that stuff. It just developing a video game is a lot more work than developing a tabletop RPG. And also prototype. Why isn't it working? My old video game. I'm so sad that I cannot show it off. I mean, it's not much, but still, it was something. Private. Maybe. No. Maybe I can find another version. Just. I think this is it, and it's not working. Maybe if I go windowed. Still not working. Yeah, but it's too small to excuse to be frank. I did learn how to code midway, so I have made some questionable decisions. I mean, if it's a hobby, then nobody's rushing you, right? Just do it at a pace that it's fun. Don't burn yourself out. I also occasionally take breaks from this. So, if it's not a job plus, if it's a hobby, I'm presuming that you the light really got dim. I would thought that it would last longer. Maybe. Maybe we'll just. So, how does this look? Not optimal, but I guess I'm not sinking into the darkness. I mean, I don't want to make money off it. Like, yeah. It's basically a hobby since it's pretty fun and horrible, just like drawing and everything else. I mean, oh yeah, I remember back a lot of years ago. I was also into drawing stuff. Wait, let me. Art. Place. Reason. Thing else I'm into. Yeah. That's Lekian, by the way, the one, the third cat I had. But yeah. That takes me back. But eventually kind of didn't have the time to do that. But yeah, back to the whole, I presume you have a full-time job or something like that, yeah, to keep paying the bills, right? So it's okay to, you know, take your time developing it. And yes, in case you're wondering, I used to be a brony. That's why there's so many pony images here. Actually, even started a webcomic once. I've got like 7 pages. My Little Pony. You are a brony. I would say I used to be a brony. It's not that I'm ashamed or anything, not at all. But I don't have the passion for the show anymore, right? So I would say that I'm not a brony anymore. But yeah, definitely don't regret it. I mean, I still got the My Little Pony stickers right here on my ukulele, sorted by which is my favorite pony. Of course, starting with Pinkie Pie, definitely best pony. I'm absolutely traumatized. Why? Because I'm a pony? Yeah, I mean, I was brony or what? Yeah, we grow out of a lot of things, unfortunately. I mean, I think it's not that I grew out of it. It's just the nerd cycle or geek cycle. You're interested in one thing for a while, and then you move on to the next thing, and then to the next thing, right? Also, you're into music too. Yeah, I do make a bit of music. Again, that's more of a side thing. I only play ukulele. When I was in school, I also learned a bit of keyboard, but I basically forgot everything. But yeah, so, I should be playing more ukulele, to be honest. That's what I meant with the growing out of it. Do you know Miss Mitski? Oh my god, is he okay? Oh yeah, the whole... Yeah, I'm a bit sick still, so don't worry about it. It's I'm basically in the phase where, you know, you occasionally just have to cough, and then your lung decides, here's a slime bowl that I don't want anymore. Sorry, that was a bit disgusting. I know, like, growing up and maturing or stuff like can be bronies. Can be a brony and have children. Yeah. But yeah, this comic book was actually originally planned to be like 3 books with multiple chapters in them. This only being like the very first. And with the second book, it went full meta and multiversal and stuff. Same. Oh my god, I'm sick too. Yeah. Thankfully I'm not that sick. I'm like at the last breaths of the sickness. It's almost over. But yeah. Actually, I don't know if you seen the Ishanekon arena. A stream I started last month, which is supposed to be like a monthly thing where you can just try out a character on the stream and check against some random challenges. The story reason behind that is actually based on the, I think it was it the second chapter? Yeah, I think it was the second chapter of the second book, where there was actually a multiversal tournament where from people all over the world, I mean not world, multiverse, which was kind of, yeah. And the announcers of that is actually Blaze Reason, and that's my pony name, by the way, which I also use as my internet name nowadays. And Ishanekon, which is my real name, if I can find maybe I think it was pictures. Okay. Yeah, here we go. The promotional art I had. Here we go. The two announcers, Blaze Reason and myself. Or technically, it's not me. It's in that multiversal adventures. There's actually multiple versions of me. The original announcer actually died during the second book, so this is a replacement of the original Ishanekon, which you know, the whole story gets kind of convoluted after a while. But yeah, it was fun trying to roleplay both of them at once during the stream. Yeah, and the Hawaiian shirt. Same here, Rip. So, I was programming, wasn't I? So with that, we have the stat value, which I guess we can just... Oh yeah, right, and we need to parse it. Parse int. I say let's keep it like separate. It's a separate variable to keep the code cleaner. So that's evasion stat bonus. And don't forget that you only get the bonus, so I have to subtract 10 from the actual value. And here we go. Oh, it already has the minus 10 there. Oh, okay. I guess I can just do it like this then. FNAF with its games. Me too, I think. I like any story. Yeah, I never played any FNAF game, to be honest. I'm not much of a horror game player at all. But I have seen a lot of lore videos about it. I do like lore, including lore of horror videos. I mean horror games, movies and stuff. I think there's something fascinating about that. Evasion without equipment modifier. That's, yeah. We don't need this. We need the evasion modifier. There we go. Say me who never uses comments unless it's be very important. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah. You know, it's fun, but it is getting late here. Plus, the lights are running out of power, and I'm not making that much progress with Porog. Sorry about the yawning. Speaking of getting late, right? So I think I'm going to stop the stream now. It was super fun. Thank you, both of you, for showing up. I really enjoyed your company. Does lightning suck? Yeah, it was my fault. I just assumed that the batteries were charged, which they were not. So I kind of had to do my other lamp, which is not a professional lamp for lighting stuff up. So yeah, it was kind of my own fault. Usually they last like 3 hours easily. But yeah, anyway, thanks you for being here, and maybe you can join next week, or maybe join with the Tabletop Technician Network stream this Sunday. It's also fun that we'll be talking about strength-based characters with the guy who designs Redshift, or he's designing Redshift, the tabletop RPG, and the Eternal GM. Oh, I meant it in the game, not you. Ah, you mean that. Yeah. But yeah. Great to have you here, everybody, and maybe see you next time. Bye, everybody. And stop.